Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Cloud10 Tribe Hangout. I am your faithful host for the night, Ryan McMorris. We'll wait for some other people to pile in tonight. But setting up the new year, we definitely want to make sure that if you're here and you're a mastery member inside of My Lead System Pro already, we want to make sure that you've got your questions answered, that you know your way around your back office, that you know your daily mode of operation, you know where to find some things, and you can see what the Cloud10 Tribe is going to be about over for just from now going forward. So we'll kick it off in a couple minutes. I'll open up the chat. That way, if anybody has any questions, pop them in the chat. This is a real kind of, informal kind of deal. I mean, not the craziest structure in the world. We just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Everybody is marketing in a way that's going to get you the best results. Not only, in your MLM, your network marketing business, not just in My Lead System Pro, but for yourself. And I think one of the biggest things is if you understand that, like, I didn't get the results that I have now building my MLM, and I didn't get the results that I have now building MLSP. I use both of those things, like MLSP and my network marketing company, to build me, and that's what I've been able to do over the last almost 2 years is do it that way. So I'm going to open up my back office real quick. Now, let's do questions first. So if you have any questions, if you're new to MLSP, or if you're a prospect, if someone invited you to our Hangout, if you're new, guys, we're going to have this Hangout every Tuesday night, USA, at 9:45. You can, I'll show you real quick, that way everybody can see it. And I'll share my screen real quick. And these Hangouts aren't long, guys. They're only like 30-minute Hangout, 45 minutes tops. So, you don't have to, spend a lot of time here tonight. So, all right. So if you're on the Cloud10 network, you can go over to the online marketing tab, and you can just click Hangout, and there'll be a video here too. I'll make that, but just click here, and it'll register you each week, and it'll just take you to the webinars on air registration page, and you can go ahead and register. If you have MLSP prospects, sending them to something live is one of the best ways to move them along the process and seeing the value of MLSP. So what I mean by that is invite them here to this Hangout. That way, if they have questions, we can get their questions answered. We can get to know their goals and how MLSP can help them achieve those goals. And you can also invite to the Wednesday night webinar. So if you're on your page, or your MLSP homepage, you can see tonight's webinar is, okay, so you're going to register for this webinar. So this is the Wednesday night webinar. Well, when people go to this webinar and they use your link, remember that if they, MLSP and Brian and the leaders in MLSP are selling MLSP. They're selling the value of My Lead System Pro when you invite people here. And if they enroll in My Lead System Pro or buy anything on a link, it goes right to you. So you're going to get the commission for that. And that's huge. When you talk about passive income or a product selling itself, there's nothing better than like you just sending somebody somewhere and somebody else doing all the selling and telling, for you. Nothing gets better than that. So at the end of the day, like I've been branding Cloud10, just the hashtag Cloud10 for probably over a year, close to a year now. It's been at a year. And you guys can use this because we can all use this together to brand something, to brand our tribe, to brand our movement. And that's going to cause a lot of eyebrows to get raised. It's gonna create a lot of intrigue towards you. You know what I mean? It's gonna bring a lot of action towards the tribe. So you can use our community, the sub community of My Lead System Pro, to help brand yourself and help drive traffic to your movement, whatever that is, and however you choose to brand yourself. But that's the basis of what we've got going on here. Now, I know a lot of you may be, obviously if you're here, you're newer to My Lead System Pro than I am. All right. So I'm going to go over a little bit of how I did my daily mode of operation when I was first starting My Lead System Pro. So if you want to see exactly what I did when I got into My Lead System Pro, just type in the chat, click yes, and that way I know you guys are breathing, you're live, you're here, you're ready to, see exactly what I've been doing over the last, going on 2 years inside of My Lead System Pro. It'll add at least $2,000 to your bottom line if you continue to do it every day, day in, day out. And one of the most important things, I hope you're taking notes, but one of the most important things is detaching yourself from any kind of outcome or any kind of result. When you detach yourself from the outcome, I know it's hard because I've been there before, and it's really, really hard to detach yourself from outcomes because it's like you want it really bad. You want to quit your job. You want to, you want that new house. You want the new car. It digs deep inside your soul. It's you. It's what you want. You can feel it. I get it. But it's one of those things that if you detach yourself from it, you'll typically get it. Now, all right, so we got one person alive. Savannah's alive. All right, is anybody else alive out there? All right, cool. Toya's alive. Stephanie is here and alive. All right, now, when I was first getting into My Lead System Pro, knowing your back office is so important. This right here, the 10 daily steps to fire your boss, okay? The 10 daily steps to fire your boss is a PDF, and this should be printed out, all right? So it's gonna open up a new page here, and we're gonna go over this just for a couple seconds, but print this out. I actually printed this out, and I had this about 4 different places. I had it in my car every day because I was in my lot driving in my territory. I had this like on my mirror, had this in my office. I kept a copy in my pocket, and then I kept a copy every Sunday to print off, and like I would keep check marks on it. I was really active with this 10 daily steps to fire your boss. And the first one on here is connect with 3 to 5 new quality network marketers. Okay. And you got to stress the word quality here, because if you reach out to like real industry leaders, people that you may not even like have the gut to be like, to even show them something, but it's more just about networking with that person, because they're people that I reached out to a year ago, right, for help. There's people that I reached out to a year ago for help that pay me today. All right. There's people that I reached out a year ago for assistance or just asking a question, or really sometimes there's people that I just wanted to network with that I've done projects with, and we've made money together. They've enrolled in my MLM, which is not even the whole point. Some of them have even enrolled in MLSP with me, or bought coaching or products. Guys, connect with network marketers every day. That should be your goal, because 97% of network marketers are failing in their mind. Okay, and they're looking for leadership. They're looking for the pain pill, and they're looking for that person, that direction. They're looking for a vision, and you can give that vision to them. And if you connect, if you want to go into hustle mode, connect with 10 a day, and set it as a goal, guys. This new year with all the goal setting and all the stuff, guys. If the one thing You know, I heard David Sharp talking about this today. There's one thing that is keeping you. There's only one. There's one thing that's keeping you from getting everything you want to get. And you have to define that one thing and do it every day. Define that one thing that kept you from getting the result that you wanted to get in 2015. All right. Because if you're sitting here wondering, or if you're going into this month and you're like, all right, I don't know what that one thing is, then think about what the one thing was that didn't get you the result in 2015. Okay. It could have just come down to, let's see, can you two hear? See this? I can't hear you, Stephanie. I don't know if the only person that's on the admin panel looks like is Savannah, but I know a lot of people got sent out admin stuff. Stephanie, I can add you. I'll add you in as an admin next week for sure. And Charlotte too, if you want to get added as an admin. I know your camera was messing up. Charlotte, if you want to shoot me a personal message, or just let me know, I can add you to admin as well. But I want to stay on this just real quick, just because this thing is so powerful. Another thing that I was doing every day, even if I was like in the car or with somebody or working, I had a headphone in, and I was listening to our wake-up call every day, and I was taking notes on that wake-up call. And here's the cool thing about the wake-up call. Your content is going to be the thing that attracts people. That's what we're all here to learn and master attraction marketing. If you use this 15 to 20 minute phone call every day, all right, if you use this 15 to 20 minute phone call every day and take some decent notes, and usually they give some pretty cool tips on here. And if you're a mastery member, you actually have access to all the recordings of this, of the wake up calls. Now, if you take good notes, those notes, guys, are uncashed checks. All right, right? If you like checks, those are uncashed checks. Those are perfect blog posts. Those are perfect videos. Those are perfect Periscope topics. Those are perfect, things to coaching topics for your team. All right, these are things that make a huge difference. So make sure that you're plugging in. Set your alarm for every day at 11 a.m. Eastern, and it's guys, I know personal development calls that last like 2 hours. This is like the best snack you can possibly get. 15 minutes. Industry leaders are coming in there giving you some of the best advice you can get. Overall, print this thing out like every day and commit yourself to it. Commit yourself to this 10 daily steps to fire your boss. And guys, I'm not going to front on you. I mean, there were days where I was like, oh man, am I ever going to get to fire my boss? And it's weird that I kept following this and was able to do it. So understand that it works. It works. It works. It works. It works if you work it. All right. So that was my rant for the fire your boss deal. Now, when it comes down to the daily mode of operation, my most important money-making activity is it was and will continue to be a video every single day. I've been so consistent with my videos, and I think it's paid off tremendously because it creates a relationship with people that you don't even know you're creating a relationship with. So if you feel you may not be ready for a blog, sometimes you're not ready for a blog. All right, some people just aren't ready for a blog. I didn't start blogging until I was almost 2 years into the industry. But the most important thing, the most consistent thing that I would say has been the one thing for my success is videos, and then getting myself into the webinar scene, weaning myself out of the fear of being on webinars. What's going on, Steph? Getting myself out of the fear of doing webinars, because it was like 4 months of like straight up webinar fear. I was really, really, really scared to do webinars. There she is.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, something weird was going on. Charlotte and I were in our own little webinar having a combo, and then
No
we
way.
couldn't see anyone else. So
You guys were in an Australian vortex.
we were.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad to see you guys.
Thanks.
That's good stuff. So, so what I want to do is, you know, we want to get everyone on a really good, on a mission, on a really good vision, because each and every one of you has seen the power that MLSP holds if you take it seriously, and you know, I had to almost let go of, I won't say let go of my MLM, but when I started really just branding myself and letting go of like trying to like put people here and put people here, that's when it started to like really go in a really good direction for me, because I was just serving a community. You know, do you guys feel like that's where you are, or where you at right now, and where do you feel you're at in your business and where you want to go over the next, not, I mean, I'm honestly, I keep wanting to say, hey, where do you want to go over the next 12 months, but I want to focus on where do you want to go tomorrow every day. You know, like I want to focus on how can I be better tomorrow? How can I be better tomorrow? How can I be better than the person that I was yesterday? What can I do differently to be better and stop worrying about what's going to happen in December of 2016? Okay, what's going to happen in January of 2017? But let's focus on like what can I do better tomorrow to brand myself better, to help my team grow, to get better in an area where I know I need to get better. Because I think one of the biggest things that I missed, that if I could say I missed something in my Lead System Pro, that honestly, I don't know, I probably still miss it a little bit, was this training tab and the marketing strategies. Going to this page and like live.
I think we just
Lost him, yeah. I don't know if he knows. I'll just message him.
Yeah, I think I got everybody back.
Yeah.
Did someone have a question? Did someone have a question? I think I missed a question. Did someone have a question?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. I was just when I look back at, like, when I finished my first year in my Lead System Pro, I looked at this page and I was like, I went through the Twitter marketing, and I don't do Twitter that much, but I started going through the Twitter marketing and I noticed I was getting more leads on Twitter the first day. All right, and I don't even do Twitter. So it made me think. I was like, what else am I missing here? What else am I not going through that is keeping information from me, that could be keeping me from building my business? And I was missing out on, you know, I started going through making money hosting webinars, and now you guys see me do webinars on a very, very consistent basis, and it's a huge money maker in my network marketing business, in MLSP, in product sales, just because I took some time to watch just this. You know, there was another one down here that Jeffrey Combs did. I think it was which one was it? It was, I think it's mindset mastery. You know, and he goes over. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. All right. So it's all right. So that was not it. Jeffrey Combs did one that was really powerful on this one, and I'm trying to remember which one it was. Let's see here. Todd Falcone. I'll get to that one later, but there's a lot of stuff. If you go through like success in MLM, call your MLSP leads, get leads today. Guys, these are things that are like gold mines, gold mines. And not only will they help you grow your business, but they're going to give you the gold content that the entire world is ready to hear. You know, so I was like dumbfounded when I looked back at this page, and I was like, oh my goodness. You know, I can say, you know, Savannah and I were talking about retargeting pixels and tracking, and getting leads off of people that visit a page and retargeting those people that visit a page that don't opt in. And you know, I can sit all day and be like, oh, I want to learn retargeting. I want to get better at it. But if I don't take the time to actually just go and click on it, and just, you know, there's 3 videos here, and I don't even know how long they are. This one is not telling me how long they are. Let's just say they're an hour. Is my business, or what if 3 hours is keeping me from an extra $1,000 a month? Okay. What if 3 hours of just, you know, 1 hour today, 1 hour tomorrow, 1 hour the next day is keeping me from going from 5 leads a day to 30 or 40? Okay. And I'm not saying that, hey, everyone has to go learn retargeting and pixels. I'm just saying, if a topic is on your mind, and because if you're doing this daily and you're plugging in daily, your mind is stretching. And if you're reading daily and you're doing your personal development, guys, your gut and your brain is going to tell you where you need to grow. It will, if you trust it. So if you're trusting that, you know what, I know I need to be on Facebook. I know I need to master Facebook. Something about it just tells me it's drawing me to Facebook. Well, have you gone through this? Have you gone through the basic Facebook training? Guys, you may know like basic stuff about Facebook. It's a 3-minute thing. But guess what? When I came onto Facebook, and it may be it's a laughable moment, but when I came onto Facebook, when I first got I started taking isogenics really serious, and I had no idea. I wasn't even on Facebook. I wasn't a social media guy. I hated it. And you may laugh and be like, oh, well, it doesn't look like it now. But I hated social media. And all I did on Facebook was post this tool that they had about stuff. So my whole Facebook page was just spam. Just isogenics, just spam. It was disgusting. If I saw my Facebook page from 2 years ago, I would shoot me. Like, that's how bad it was. So I say that because this 3-minute basic Facebook training could be the one thing that you make a video about, or you make a lead trigger for, that's going to help so many people that are just getting on Facebook, that are just starting out their business, and you're going to be that person that's going to help them. And it could be just off a 3-minute video. You know, it could be that 3-minute video helps you make a 1-minute video just on Facebook. And that's your content for the day. And, you know, I tell you, I skipped down. They've added some stuff to these too. So keep an eye on this stuff, because they actually add stuff to this stuff. And this one right here, Facebook sponsoring secrets to recruit new reps daily. Well, ask yourself, one, have you gone through that? 2, have you gone through it enough to like master it? And I say master it because, you know, Charlotte and I were talking, and we were talking about Ray, and if any of you have gone through like any of Ray's stuff enough to where you like know Ray Higdon, the dude's read pretty much every book on the planet, and the dude has gone through every sponsoring course on the planet, every sales course on the planet, every closing course that he could possibly get his hands on. And it's one of those things where, like, well, yeah, of course that guy's going to be getting that kind of result. He took the time. I'm pretty sure he just threw his TV out the window, and I mean, he was reading all the time, studying all the time. You can't not get a result like that if you're plugging into the tools that you have. So I say that because if I want to get better blog traffic, you know, Savannah and I talk every day. We're, you know, extremely close, and if we're talking about getting blog traffic, but neither of us has gone through video number 4 to increase traffic to your blog by 75%, neither of us can complain about not getting the results that we want, or not getting blog traffic, or not having success with blogging that we want to get if we haven't even gone through this little hour and a half. Okay? A lot of our minds are so set because a lot of us do work. You know, a lot of us come from a work environment. Sometimes I haven't worked in almost 2 years, but I can slip right into it and be like, hey, if I spent an hour and a half doing this, all right, my time should be worth, you know, $40. But if I'm thinking like a millionaire, it's like Susan Sly always says, if you want to be a millionaire, you gotta, your hour of time should be worth $500 an hour. Okay, if you want to get to a millionaire status, if you want to produce $1 million, if you want to produce $1 million, it's like Ray says, you got to put out $1 million worth of value. And if you aren't putting out that amount of value, then you can't expect that to pay you back, because the market will pay you back. It happens in crazy ways, but the market has to pay you back in the amount of value that you bring. It has to. Sometimes it's not even the way that you want it to be. Sometimes it's crazy. Some crazy things have happened in my life or my business, and I'm like, holy crap, where'd that money come from? I'm not complaining, but like, well, how'd that happen? And if you just go out and put out the value, you can crush this business, and you can generate a lot of leads, and you can do things and help a lot of people. And on the back end, these people will grow to love you. And sometimes you might have to ask, sometimes you don't ask. But if you ask, are you married to your current opportunity, or are you being groomed for success? You know, well, what do you like about your upline? I love that question. What do you like about your current upline? Most people will be like, pfft, and they'll come off with something negative, and guess what? That just opened the door, not only for MLSP, but guess what? It just opened a huge door for someone that's already in network marketing that is looking for leadership. And then if you bite on it and go for value, instead of just throwing them a link or saying, hey, you want to join MLSP, or like, you really touch them where they need to be touched, because they have a dream too. And if I asked you right now and said, what do you not like about or what do you love best about your company? I've asked that question before, and some people have actually said, man, I don't even like my company. Like, I don't even like the products. I don't even take the products. I'm just here because I thought I need to be here. And you're just like, well, how does that make you feel? And then, or well, how would it feel to have success in another project? Or have you ever thought about moving to another project? Or like, you can add your questions will become $1 million questions. But if you're sitting there thinking about the questions that you can ask, you'll not only create an amazing relationship, but you'll fill holes and you'll fill gaps that some of your prospects don't even know they have with the power of your questions. So if you feel like you're prospecting people and you're not getting that conversation that you want, you're not going down that street that you want to go down, ask yourself, how can I ask better questions? And we were on a three-way call today, and it was a kind of a video call too, so she could kind of see where I was doing. And she's like, I could notice that you're always looking down at this sheet of paper. Well, I keep a list of questions in front of me when I'm on the phone with somebody. it's a list of closing questions. If you want them, just shoot me a excuse me, shoot me a personal message, and I'll give you these questions. I want you to have them. So just for showing up tonight, just text me, and I will give you these questions. That way, I have them printed out on a notebook, and I keep this notebook pretty much everywhere I go. So if I end up on a call where I could possibly get or close someone, I'm there. I ask a question, they're talking, I'm writing, and I'm kind of looking at my notebook to see, okay, what question can I ask now? What question can I ask next? What question can I ask next? And then it's going to lead me to that one question that says, well, it sounds like you're ready to get started. And then you'll know exactly right then. They will tell you everything. But if you ask the right questions, you can blow some things out of the water. So I know I kind of went off a little bit off subject there, but one thing I'll cover before we go into Q&A, and I'll answer any questions because I kind of went off a little bit, and I hope you guys got value out of that because I kind of went on a little coaching blah, but I hope you got value out of that. Now, one thing I do want to share is if you don't have content, like I know Charlotte, you got your book, that's a big lead generator for you. But if you're on here, or if you're ever in, I was in a situation where my boot camp was doing really, really good, and then it slowed down, and then it picked up, and then I was in the middle. So if you ever get stuck in a little rut generating a lead for something that you have, like a trigger offer, make sure that you're playing around with these profit campaigns, especially if you are a mastery member. These profit campaigns are really good. So if you're first starting out, make sure that you're using the swipe copies that are right here. These swipe copies are really, really good for you just to post on Facebook. And what I was doing with the swipe copies, I don't know if you can, let's see them. I don't know if you can see one. That one's coming soon. Let's see this one. All right, cool. So these swipe copies, guys, they're meant to, even the verbiage in the word is meant to capture the eye of a network marketer. Okay. So when it comes down to copywriting and what people are looking at, these swipe copies are meant to grab the eye of the network marketer and get them to click the link. Okay, so if you're having trouble setting up your own stuff, make sure you're using MLSP stuff, because these are things that you could swipe and then say, are you in a financial crunch? Would earning $5,000 in 30 days? Yada yada yada. All right, this is one that I would just swipe right from the bottom up and then post somewhere on Facebook. Read through them, because you will make sure that it's something that you would say, or it sounds like it's coming out of your mouth. So if it doesn't sound like that, then change it up a little bit so it sounds like you would say it. But those are things that, if you post up, people are going to click that link, and people are going to put their information in because they want it. So what I started doing is just using the links. So I would go through here, I would grab the link. So this one's My Tube Traffic Mojo. And I would grab the link, and you can see this is a $297 course. Now, if someone actually buys this course, that's going to net about $280. All right, and this is a course that you're going to get 100% on. Now, I kind of honey hole a few things. So for me, I like this success blueprint. I like sponsoring secrets. I do the 23 productivity tips, and I do this 5K in 30 days. I like those a lot, especially when I was first starting out. I kind of end this posting on purpose for profit. Now, one big thing, okay, before you just go posting these everywhere, click on the hourglass and put your information into your own funnel. Okay, that way you understand a little bit of what the person is getting when they actually put their information in. So if I go to Success Blueprint and I just sit there and watch the 30-minute webinar or whatever it is, I can watch that 30-minute webinar, And I know that Lisa Bjorn is going to talk about what it takes to be successful in network marketing. Now I can make a post and say, oh my God, I took the time today and sat through 30 minutes. It was one of the best 30 minutes I've ever taken. I just watched Lisa talk about the success it takes to, this blueprint in network marketing. How awesome is that? I didn't know I could change my life in 30 minutes. All right, that came straight out of my mouth. I can use this link. Okay, I can use the link that's provided. So I would write that post, and oops, I didn't mean to click on that. So I would write the post, and then I would just use this link. So I did this today, actually. I used this, duplicate my results. I got 5 leads from it. Not a big thing, but got 5 leads. And I just made my own post and posted my own picture, but used this link. So it's my thing, but I can use these links as lead generators. And then, hey, guess what? If you get traffic to it and someone buys it, hell, you just made $50. Okay? Little triggers like get prospects to buy. Have a ton of people that buy this little $7 product, and people will spend $7. Boom, 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 boom. And if you can, just imagine if you took your time and just ran a campaign, and every day you just campaigned around this particular link, and you got, let's just say, maybe 2-3 people a week pulled a $7 trigger. Well, now you're building a list of people that have said, it doesn't matter how much money they spend, you're building a list of people that have said, I will take out my credit card and spend money because I'm ready to learn. And imagine if on the back end you're building your network marketing team with people that like to invest in themselves instead of people that are like, I have to pay $5 to go to an event. I gotta get in my car and like go somewhere. Like now you're at least having conversations with these people, and you're gonna put yourself in a better situation. So little things like that, like the $9 productivity tips. You can say, I spent $9 and now I feel so productive that I can make $1 million tomorrow or something like that. That's crazy, and people will put their information into it if it really truly sounds like you're saying it. So use these things to your advantage, because what I just went through was like the basics of what I did. I went through the Fire Your Boss. I went through the marketing strategies. I used these campaigns. I still use them today. You guys can probably see the numbers of the ones that like I really drove, but I didn't use a lot of them. Like this, you probably think I'm an idiot for not using this Insta Lead magic thing. I would really highly suggest using that. It'll drive you a ton of leads. People love Instagram. Use that. Like use it. People in product companies love this posting on purpose for profit video. If you haven't even watched the video that's behind this, just watching the video will help you. So I'm done for my rant. I hope it wasn't a rant. But if you have questions about My Lead System Pro, if you have questions on the mindset or the concept behind it, you can unmute yourself, ask questions, let it ride. We'll go as long as we need. I want everyone to have the most success possible, because think about it, if you sponsor 20 people into My Lead System Pro, that can add $2,000 residual, boom, right to your pocket. And just before I answer questions, there is I know Charlotte, you've seen it, but that Facebook chat video that we have is so crucial. If you're chatting right on Facebook, and we'll get that out to everybody if you haven't seen it. But like, if you're chatting correctly on Facebook, that can be one of the most profitable activities that you do. It still is to me. Big stuff. So that was it. I hope that helped. You have questions, type them either in the chat, or if you're on the panel, let them ride, and let's knock them out. Questions? Anybody? First.
Ryan?
Hello.
Yep, I can hear you.
Hey, one thing I struggle with is the autoresponders, sending out good emails, because I've got to be honest with you that I think the automatic ones that MLSP have, I don't know that they're that good, because they're really long and there's so much information in there. I reckon most people just delete. They don't even read the stuff. So
Yeah, I've found that too. I've actually deleted I've deleted all of them from my autoresponder.
Yeah.
I concentrate on sending out my content every day.
Okay. So your blog.
Something that I produce. I even noticed that Ray Higdon took out the only one that he has is the welcome one.
Yeah.
The one that like congratulations you're in, and even that one he customized for him.
Yeah.
So if you opt into Ray Higdon's MLSP thing, which is on his blog, probably 4 days a week, honestly, that's his PS mark is for My Lead System Pro. PS, if your upline hasn't shown you a step-by-step blueprint to creating online success, click the link below, unless you have too many leads.
Okay.
And that goes right to an MLSP campaign. But to answer your question, I actually deleted all of the MLSP emails from my autoresponder. There's a few that I thought about keeping because they have really good titles, but I don't use them anymore. I would probably suggest doing the same thing if you're using your autoresponder. Set up a good maybe like a good welcome email that gives some value with it too. So like, hey, thanks. I know with Ray, the top 10 prospecting tips, he leaves that at the bottom of his welcome email. Okay, so hey, thanks for opting in. I'm Ray Higdon. I'm your online marketing coach. Yada yada yada. He's got his phone number on there. Hey, reach out to me. Hey, shoot me an email back and let me know the best way I can help you. P.S. Check out this 30-minute webinar. It's got my top 10 prospecting tips on it.
Okay. Have you got a copy?
That top 10 prospecting tips.
No.
Oh, his email.
His welcome email.
I do have a copy of it somewhere. I can get it for you because I think I actually copied it, and it's mine.
As you wish. Which is exactly what I'm going to do.
I copied it and like tweaked it. I can find it, or if I can find it for you, and if not, honestly, I would just opt into his MLSP thing on his blog. Another suggestion.
I've got your one. I've got your welcome one. I've just found it, so it's probably the same.
Probably is. If you found mine, then it's probably the same. But yeah, I mean, take those off. I found that they were pretty effective when I was first starting out because people just see your name pop up, you know?
Yeah.
It does show your name, but like you also don't want to get pinned as like spammy to people, you know?
Yeah.
You don't want people like, you know, I have probably like one person every few days unsubscribe to my letter. Yeah. But even then, I used to get kind of like flustered when someone would unsubscribe, but then I realized that, you know what, there's a lot of people that wait for my email. There's a lot of people that like to open my emails because I look at the stats and I'm like, oh, well, man, you know, 100 people a day open this email, and my list is only 400 people. So I actually prefer it if someone doesn't want my emails, then get off my list, you know, because it's so important. If you have that relationship with your list, you know, and I think one of the efforts right now that we're in, and this is a good idea if you have it. One of my guys from World Ventures was telling me about this. We were talking about converting your email list. I'm sorry, converting your Facebook friends to an email list. Okay, and so we started kind of shooting out ideas, and we were like, oh, hey, my Facebook friends to me is worth like $10,000 because I've built this list of people that like it was a almost 5,000 people that are that can either join me or buy something or join MLSP something. You know, I've built this really honed in friends list. So I was like, well, my email list is probably worth, I'd say $1.50 per subscriber, either $1 or $1.50 per prescriber, or I'm sorry, subscriber. I don't know what I'm subscriber. So if my Facebook friends list is worth $10,000 and my email list is worth $600, then that needs to change because Facebook could shut me down any minute for anything.
Yeah.
Aweber's not going to shut you down as long as you're being normal. You can't be stupid, but like your email list is you own it. So he was like, well, get this. What if you offer a $50 gift card raffle through email? So they have to. So you put out a post on Facebook. You say, hey, enter your New Year's resolution below and why you set it, and your best email address. Okay, or inbox me, or do something like that. Inbox me your New Year's resolution and why you set it with your best email address by 11:59, and there will be a winner emailed a e-gift card for $50 of your choosing. Okay. Now, in order to win, you have to get your best email. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we can look at both sides of it. Okay. Yeah, they could get the $50 and like unsubscribe, right? Chances of everyone that shoots you an email or shoots you their best email, because you're gonna get a shit ton of emails. You are. If anybody doing anything for $50, you add those to your autoresponder. Yeah, you may have some unsubscribe, but what if you have 100 people give you an email address for $50? And if we go back to it, every subscriber is worth a buck, right?
Mm.
And if you've built your friends list, like we're talking about, then your friends list should at least be people that should be on your email list. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it may cost you $50. One, it's a write-off. Two, if you're building that email list, hey, what the hell? Get those people on your email list, and even if like 10 unsubscribe, you still just added 90 people to your email list for $50, and now you just broke that down into, you would technically pay $1 for a lead, and you just end up paying like 45 cents for a lead.
It's cheap, yeah.
Right.
Ryan, can I just ask you one more question quickly?
Yeah.
My weakest point in my business is once I've got a lead, is that follow through, and what do you do? What do you say to the person? Like, I'm talking specifically MLSP now.
Okay.
So you get a lead, like, and then what kind of follow-up system do you use? Because it's not always possible to phone the person, because I find they put in a phone number, but you don't know where they live. What country is it?
Right.
So how do you call them?
When you're targeting someone, because I get a lot of people from Australia too, and like honestly, I can't. Sometimes when I get someone from Australia, if I can get their name, because if they're at least cool enough to give me their full name, I can usually look them up on Facebook and start a conversation, and then do a video chat.
Okay.
And just say hey. And I'll tell you this, this is in marketing strategies. It's on the bottom of the page. It says call your MLSP leads today. I have this conversation with pretty much everybody.
Okay.
and certain variations of this conversation. Oh, and here it is. There's the Jeffrey Combs thing. I love the law of attraction. It brought me right to it. Charlotte, you're awesome. There it is. There's Jeffrey. So,
Okay. I
so
like Jeff.
yeah. So honestly, I took screenshots of this page, and they're still on my background of my computer.
Okay.
So I went to MLSP Leads, and I read through this, and I kind of got the hang of this. And you can print them out, and you can take little pieces of it. So when you're having a conversation with people, you know, it like right here it says like, do not pitch your business, or you know, you can use this. You know what, Mr. Prospect, I'd love to hear more about your experience in the industry. You know, say that in the way you would say it.
Okay.
You know, but this right here was one of the things that I think is really, really overlooked inside of My Lead System Pro is just using this tool right here to call your MLSP leads. You'll get so much ammunition and you'll get so much information from your prospect. And even if they don't give you the phone number, if they give you their full name, chances are you've probably got some mutual friends with them, because there's the network marketing industry can get pretty tight. So chances are you've got some mutual friends with them. You can at least chat, have a conversation, and you don't even need someone's phone number nowadays. The way you can connect on Facebook with the call on Facebook or Skype or a video call on Facebook is magic, and it will create, and even the voice message thing on Facebook. Those are three things that can up your sponsor rate, even if people are in other countries and you can't call them physically. You still can using the tools.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah, because this is all I use, and then you know I do take it a little further nowadays. I do explain the concept of how to convert leads, the MLSP leads, to your MLM. And I do go into sometimes, like, you know, once someone's in, you know, I know your company, you know,
Yeah.
there's, you know, so I'll say this, and this will make sense to you. When I was in Vima, before I went to Isogenics, one of my biggest targets when I came into Isogenics were Vima reps. And it wasn't just because I was like, you know, hey, I'm going to go pick off Vima reps. No, it was because I had an experience there.
Yeah.
And that experience, whatever experience I had, led me to Isogenics, right?
Okay.
Whatever led me away from Vima led me to Isogenics. And there was a few things. There was just leadership, and the guy in Isogenics was like in my backyard, and you know, then they had this one product that everyone loved, and it was like they had more. It was just there was a lot of things. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking, if I had that experience, guess what? Not only one person's having that experience, but thousands, hundreds of thousands of people could have that same experience. And if I'm on the phone with them and they share that similarity, and we are on common ground there, and I show them Isogenics, well, guess what? Boom. Now, if I show them MLSP, and I come at them from a place of just trying to help them grow their business, what's going to happen is there's a lot of people that are going to bite on MLSP just as a tool to help them grow, and a lot of people are going to bite to help them grow, but they're going to realize that Vima isn't their way, and they're going to drift right into my hands in Isogenics, right? So
Yeah.
same thing for you. You know, you had previous experience with other companies. You know people in other companies. You probably know them. You have a relationship with them. You know their struggles. You know their strengths. And if you come at them from a place where they're telling you more about their business, and you're able to help them with My Lead System Pro, some of those are going to convert to your current opportunity. They will.
Yeah.
Just off the relationship. Some of them aren't. But you're going to start making money off the people that say no. And yeah, you're gonna wean yourself away from like just targeting that company, and you can kind of start just targeting network marketers as a whole. But like, if you target some like 1 to 3 companies, and you notice like Amway, there's a lot of Amway reps that are just straggling because Amway is such a huge company that some people just aren't right for Amway.
Yeah.
You know, it's a it's huge. It's a 30-year-old company. Some people are just kind of detaching from the nucleus of Amway because it's so big, and they're looking for that like new company that they can kind of ride the wave with. You know, it's new. It's not your Advocare. It's not your Amway. It's not your Mary Kays of the world that are like 30, 40 years old. You know, they're looking for that like, hey, this company's 6 years old, 5 years old, less than 100,000 people.
Yeah.
You know, there's money to be made, and there's leadership in you.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Okay. That helps. Thank you. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, no problem. That's where I was. I've been in that situation, so I think that'll really help.
Yeah. That's great.
Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have questions? Anything? Throw them out, because I'll let them ride.
Yeah, Ryan, I do.
Hey, what's up, Steph?
So I'm going to lead with MLSP and probably use my blogging as my main strategy, but also then probably on Facebook. So do you have anything where you've got examples of conversations that you've had with people on Facebook, and just so I can sort of see the way that the conversation flows and how to close them effectively?
Yeah, I do. Let me show you real quick. May take actually. Yeah, I can show you real quick. There's one that I just shared with someone else, and it'll help a lot. So one of your best prospects. Hold on 1 second, I'll get it for you. One of the best prospects that you're going to have on Facebook are people that come at you with an opportunity. Okay, if they're like spamming you stuff and spamming you links, those are some of the best turnarounds for what you've got in your hands. So My Lead System Pro, whether or not it's a course. Let me try to find it real quick.
Yeah, I get a few.
And the relationships that you can create are like almost instant. One moment, let me pull it up. All right, so can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Oops. I just had her, and I just lost her. There it is. All right, there may be. Oh, that's not it. All right, here we go. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, right? I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so the one I'm looking at is this one right here that I've got my mouse over. All right, so she sends me this like comp plan, and then she sends me this long message, right? So my strategy, and it's got every detail, and it's got the link in it and everything. Right? All right, so I used to get really defensive because like I was in My Lead System Pro, and like, you know, I know what to do now, and you know, I'd be like, oh, why are you sending me this link? Like go get some training, like do it right, right? And I started coming at things with a much from a different direction. So I would almost bypass the message that they send me, and I would just say, hey, what's up? How are you? And you know, they would respond, and she said, hey, I'm doing great. How are you? And I say, awesome. And then I didn't even do anything, but she just said, I'm new to this kind of stuff, so forgive me if it's not appropriate to send blindly to people. And I'm going to come from a place of just help. I'm just going to help this person. So I said, hey, I can tell would you like some tips? And she responded, love the offer. I don't want to make enemies and be unprofessional. I'd love to accept your offer for some tips. Now, then we just started having a conversation about, hey, if you ruin the relationship, then you can do some damage.
I love your comment, Roy. First, you change your profile picture.
Oh yeah. So the first thing we said is and so the magic of it. Let me tell you the magic of it. The magic of telling someone, like, hey, just first tip, change your profile picture. They're going to view you as an authority. They're going to start to view you as an authority figure if you just offer them like a quick tip. Because I used to go really quick and be like, ooh, I can get this person in MLP. I'm gonna go that direction. But when I started going the direction of value, how can I provide value to this person? Okay, how can I provide value to whoever I'm talking to? Doesn't matter. And over this conversation, it led to, hey, suggestions, change the profile. We're having this, hey, delete all your family and friends, make another one for them. And what happens is it ended up leading to, she was on my webinar last night. She checked out my course. I think she's going to buy this course like Thursday. Okay? She's like, yeah, I'll buy it Thursday when I get some money. Now, she came to me and had no idea what okay. So, but if you go at every conversation from a place of authority, a place of value, and you know your place, you know what you know, okay?
Yeah.
And it could have just been like, hey, here's a productivity tips or something, you know what I mean? But see, part of that goes back to knowing your way around MLSP and taking and actually looking at some of the stuff yourself, so your brain will trigger what you need to send somebody. Okay? I get leads a lot. Does anybody ever get a request or an invite to a fan page every day? Those are things that you can say. You can say, hey, got your request for your fan page, check it out. And then you have a conversation, and then you share the Facebook cheat sheet with them. And now they're on your email list. You're just like, hey, I love your fan page, it's pretty cool. What's the reason you created your fan page? Oh, well, just thought I'd get some news. Hey, well, when I created my fan page, so here's a better one. When I teach people to create fan pages, we use this cheat sheet. Just saying it like that puts you in a position of authority because you are a teacher. And you don't have to say, if you say, hey, I teach people, I teach people, guys, that's so vague that you teach 1,000 people, or it could mean you teach one. It could even mean you teach the person in the room. All right, Charlotte, it was good to see you. Glad to see you. But it could just mean the person on the mirror, whatever. Like, if you come at people with a place before, you'd be surprised at what it does. I mean, it could just skyrocket your conversation, your authority, and your lead generation. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. So I think what I'll do is, because I've got that blog and that sort of shows my authority, I'll try and link them back to, like, if I do like a blog post that sort of helps them, I might even get them to sort of go to my blog to like watch that video or read that post, and then that sort of
right. That blows your authority up too, because it's like when you send them to something that they don't have to opt into.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's just like sending, this is a cool analogy, I think. So if it's not cool, then don't laugh at me because I think it's cool. But imagine if you gave someone a cookie outside of a bakery. Okay? They're going to go in the bakery. If they take a bite of that cookie, they're going to be like, damn, that's a good ass cookie. I'm going to go in this bakery. And your blog is the bakery. And chances are, if they walk through the door of the bakery and they get a whiff of everything that's in there and they start looking around, right? Okay?
Yeah.
And they're going to buy. They're going to buy a dozen cookies. They may just say, hey, here's my email address. Send me an email. That way I'm on your email list. So when I do want cookies, I know where to go.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
That was a good analogy, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
Let me answer this question real quick. If I pique interest for my business, how do or should I integrate MLSP? One of the best ways, you can always integrate MLSP if you're coming at anybody from a direction or a place of value. You know, I'm not gonna pitch MLSP to everybody. You know, I can show you a conversation that I had today where, you know, a girl that, yeah, I could pitch MLSP to her, but if it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm throwing out questions. There we go. All right. So can you guys see this conversation over here? Let's see where it started. So my questions are going to be my peak. I'm going to try to lead so I can give something of value. So I said, hey, she said, what's good? I said, all good's in the hood. That's what I like to hear, what's new. Focusing on this, what I want to accomplish, the things I want. I'm always asking a question, hey, awesome, what are your goals? Get this certification. Are you pretty close or are you just getting started? You know, she's telling me more, you know, about halfway. You know, I said, well, you know, she's talking about there's power and responsibility. What will that help you achieve? You know, knowing that doing it will, you know, be a fail for me. Knowing not doing it will be a fail for me. I asked her, could she be more specific? You know, scheduling time, you know, on her calendar. She's telling me she's a scheduler. I'm just kind of digging here. And I sent a voice message here because sometimes if you're not on the same page with the prospect, send a voice message. But I simply just asked her, hey, what are you trying to accomplish? What's it going to do for you if you get this certification? What's it going to give you if you get this certification? She said, the opportunity to build my secondary business with the potential to leave my current job, build a clientele. I think fear of failing is holding me back. All right, now, this conversation, she may not have read this message, but this is the message that I can play on. That's what I was going for. She just told me that I think fear is holding me back. All right. She's telling me that she wants to build a secondary business and clientele. Now, because of what I know about MLSP, I do have some bullets for my gun in this message. So I could message her tomorrow and say, you know, I could go for the, you know, hey, here's something that may help you with your fear. Are you open to it? And if she asks me for the link, I'll send it. MLSP has a what's this? I'll show it to you. Let's see here.
Yeah, I was about to say, what would you send her with that? Because I think fear of failure is huge for most people.
Right, right. So honestly, I would go with the deep abyss.
Right.
And this is a cool thing because it helps with mindset. It's like it's really, really good. So I would just at one, like, go through it yourself. Okay. So this is where it helps to, like, know your back office and, like, go through some of the stuff yourself. So I will show you the deep abyss. And then you can see a little longer hangout than usual, but this will help. This is good stuff. So now, okay, so if I go through this, now this doesn't have a lead. So go through this page and read it, and it's going to show you how to use the law of attraction and like attract money to you. And it's $24 a month. Okay, that's cheap. All right, that's like 50 cents a day, like almost 75 cents a day. And it's going to help them a lot. And see, the whole point is giving that person something that's of value to them. And if they go through this and they like what they get, they're going to take their subscription, guys. I pay for stuff right now that's like hundreds of dollars a month. It comes out automatically. Just because sometimes I forget about it. Sometimes I forget. Hell, I pay for cable. You know, like, but these little things, like knowing that the deep abyss is there, knowing that people are using this to learn how to attract money to them and do some really big things in their business, could help her. And I can say, hey, listen, you know, if you're open to it, I've got something that could really help you with that fear. I've heard a lot of people using this. Yeah, you may want to check it out. And then if she's open to it, or the whole goal should be to get her to ask for the link, and that's a skill, and to play with. You know, that's something that you got to kind of get. But the only way to really get good at it is to have more conversations with people and always be talking to people and actually going back and because the conversation is so different when you go back and read. It's like, whoa, did I just say that? You know, or like, oh wow, that was pretty good. I may have got that down and used that more. You know, but when you can go back and like analyze some of your conversations or wonder why, man, I wonder why that guy didn't. I thought he was going to close. Why didn't he pull the trigger? Go back and look at the conversation. And hell, if you've got a mentor, if you've got someone that you can plug into, send them. Hey, look, do you mind taking like 10 minutes? Send them the snapshot of it. Hey, do you mind taking 10 minutes and looking at this conversation? Just real quick, just to see if there's any pointers or anything. If you just pick out the part of the conversation where you think the turning point may have been, or gone down the wrong road or the right road, and because that's where your money's going to be. Conversations, that's where the money's made, and that's where sometimes you don't see how someone's conversating with people. You know, and when you can hone in and master that conversation, you get better at it. Wow. And master sending people the right information of value that's going to give them what they need. That's where you can start to integrate MLSP. Where that's where you can really start to integrate, because MLSP, remember, it's value. Okay. Now I'm giving value to a network marketer. So, Toya, put yes or no if that answered your question. If it didn't, if you have another question, if that sparked another question, you know. Because I want you to get clear in this, because I know you're new, you're just getting started. Clearness about system and how to do it will clear up so much when you're new. These are things that like I had to figure out on my own. So if you can grab them now, I mean, hell, the sky's the limit. So, if anybody has any other questions, though, let me try to get the chat back up if I can. All right, cool. So let me know if that answered your question. If anybody else has a question, put them in the chat. I know this is a little longer hangout than usual, but I really do think there's a ton of value in this. Ton of value in this. If you have any questions, people out here that are going to be watching the recording, your questions may help someone.
What's your current strategy, Ryan, for lead generation?
My current strategy is to do a video every day, and I have a topic that I cover every day. Now, with my videos, I shoot all my videos on Friday, and I have about 4 or 5 shirts, and through the week, as I'm watching videos and as I'm like, I was on the phone with my mom earlier, and a video topic popped in my head, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna do a video on that. So I have this little like sheet of all these video ideas and notes. So those are where my videos come from. And then I'm just gonna have a strong call to action for lead generation to help me drive up leads. But I tell you what, webinars, Monday night webinar is my biggest lead generator, because if you can give out some value to the webinar, they have to put in their email with the webinar, even if they don't show up. They got to put their email address in to get even have a chance to show up. So, if you can get if you're just starting out webinars, if you can just 10 people in a webinar, just generate 10 leads a day, and then if they do show up and you come out and give some value, and honestly, when I was first doing webinars, I would go to the MSP library, I would go to the archive, the library archive. So I would go and I would go to training, and I would go to training library, and I would every Saturday morning I would get up early, right, and I would watch one of these webinars. Okay, so I would take notes, and then I would go out and like do my content on my notes, and then I started to do some webinars based on some of what I would learn in here. So I remember doing a leadership webinar, and I went, oh, here, look at all this. Now leadership is huge. Leadership is what My Lead System Pro stands for. My Leadership System Pro. Okay, that's what it stands for. It stands for My Leadership System Pro. Because if you can develop yourself as a leader, that's how you develop influence. So what I did, I made like $500. I sold something that was like $97, and like 5 people took advantage of it. Okay, now I took notes from stuff that said leadership. I just went through a couple of these. I just went through a few that caught my eye. One of these was like the 5-step. I did this one, 5-step formula to skyrocket. And all right, yeah, head out. I know some. This is way longer than I thought, but I would take notes from this, and I would do a webinar. All right, and the cool thing about it, if you take the time to actually set up the webinar presentation like a PowerPoint, you can do it over again. You can do the same webinar over again every week. Mike Anthony, I don't know if you guys know who Mike Anthony is around. Mike Anthony does the same damn webinar every night. And finally he started to kind of switch it up a little bit. I guess you just kind of just keep banging the drum until you break it. And I did a leadership webinar. I might do it and sell something. And you can sell the MLSP stuff. You can sell like the master sponsor. I know you've taken that course, or Stephanie. You've taken that. You know that course. Your personal experience with that course, it can drive a lot of money in your pocket. and you've been on webinars, you've been on hundreds probably, okay? Like, the reason that I tune in to like Ray Higdon's webinars isn't just to get the value. Honestly, I start paying attention at the 50-minute mark. Why? Because he's going to go into his close, and he's going to transition. It's a beautiful thing. And when he goes into that close, that's where I start to pay attention. And I study how the best close on webinars and how they set up the questions that they ask or how they transition. Last night was flawless. How he transitioned right to that close. Some of those people had already bought and upgraded to VIP. So if you take the time and just like scroll through some of this stuff on one day a week, and you just catch a title that catches your eye, and you put a webinar or something like hell. Savannah and I have been talking about how to master WordPress for a month now. We just keep banging that in our glove. Look at all this stuff about WordPress.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be doing that every morning and spending an hour doing that instead of spending an hour wondering what the hell to do next. You know, and then you take those notes and you start to produce some stuff. And I tell you what's cool. If you do webinars, there's not going to be a lot of people that plug in your first one, but like figure something out and do one good webinar and run a little bit of money to it, run a little bit of traffic to it via ad, and get your opt-ins, and people will start to show up every week. That's what happened to me. I was having like 2 or 3 people show up, and I was like, man, you know, it sucks. Like sometimes I've had 3 people, and I'd pretend to do the webinar like it was a lot of people on it, and then I ran one ad to one topic that everyone, and I got 50 leads in one day. 50 people opted in, and that was it. I told them, I said, show up every week if you want content like this. And now all I do is I send out an email. I don't even advertise for my webinar anymore. I send out an email and put a Facebook post up, and you know, I'm probably going to start running some advertising now. I really want to like up it a lot because I get some good traffic to it. But that's what I did. My strategy is just to put out videos and, you know, blog a little bit and do my webinar every Monday. My webinar is where I can make money on Mondays, and build those relationships via Facebook chat. It grows my MLM because I can meet people where they are. So that's my strategy right now. And if you kind of plug in what I do every day, it's nothing crazy. You know, but I've developed a lot of the relationships that I've developed every year over the years have really helped. What I would suggest is when you see me post stuff like getting leads every morning or like leaderboards or any kind of results, take it, share it, and promote Cloud10 as a tribe, and share other people's results. They don't even have to be mine, honestly. Like if you see other people in MLSP, even posting in the group, say, hey, look, I'm people about my snappy picture, because like people just got to know somebody's getting results, and like they just got to feel that you're on that vision. And because trust me, I've had stuff. I'm so deep in MLSP that like I think that everybody's heard of it, and they haven't. And I'll actually ask them sometimes. I'll be like, "Oh, you haven't heard of MLSP? What rock do you live under? I haven't seen that rock before." So I hope that helped. I know it's late. I think I'm only rocking with like 2 or 3 people now, but
I'm all good. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me.
I know you're like wide awake. What you gotta do? So does that help?
Yeah. It's always it's good to know what you're up to.
The biggest thing is that first step in the fire your boss. The way you reach out to people and just connect with people is your biggest thing, because what happens is even the more people you reach out to, the more the Facebook algorithm is going to throw your content to people.
Yeah.
So, good stuff.
Cool.
All right. Well, I'm going to call it a night, and you can call it a midday. You can go get your midday snack.
Go finish my blog.
I know. So, Happy New Year to everybody that's watching this recording. Happy New Year to everyone that's still here, that didn't fall asleep and let the face hit the keyboard. I'm Ryan McMorse, and we will see you next week on the Cloud10 Tribe Hangout.
Thanks, Ryan.
You guys.